This time, when we planned the panel sessions, we thought we will be playing video of one of our entrepreneurs. Then from there, again, we will make one of our entrepreneur do her talk on her business, which is more relevant to the session. And then we will go with the panel discussion. So, Jyotsna, you can start with the next video. And after that, we will start calling the other panel speakers onto the dais. Innovation, precision, and excellence. This is CMAC, a name synonymous with cutting-edge vertical transportation solutions for the infrastructure industry. With over 18 years of expertise, CMAC has evolved into a leading manufacturer of construction equipment like hoists, suspended platforms, and boot lifts, empowering industries with safe and efficient elevation solutions. Our state-of-the-art hoists, including passenger and material hoists, curved hoists, and multifunctional hoists, are engineered to enhance productivity and safety across high-rise constructions in infrastructure projects and industrial applications. Backed by a team of highly skilled professionals and an advanced R&D facility, CMAC is committed to innovation, continuously developing solutions that meet global safety standards and industry demands. From metro rail projects to skyscrapers, bridges, power towers, irrigation projects, and much more, CMAC's trusted technology has empowered some of the most ambitious developments across India and beyond.
The secret of success of CMAC is our continual improvement on 3 P's: the people, the processes, and the product.
Welcome to the future of vertical transportation. Thanks, Jyotsna. That was a surprise that you played my company's video here. I'm happy about it and thank you. So now I welcome all the panel speakers onto the dais. First, I would like to call upon Dr. Aditi Malik, the chemical engineer, onto the dais for her entrepreneurial talk. Aditi, please come onto the dais. Then we have Dr. Madhuchandrika Chattopadhyay, Head of EPTRI Green Energy Center. Madam, please. Then we have a young man sitting amongst us, Shri D. Sureshji, the solar hero of Chennai. Sir, please. He is just 80. That's what I got to see in this when I received his profile. And I think it's the passion that keeps him going. And then we have our beautiful Dr. Rumana Singha Segal, founder and CEO Serendipity, and she's a mentor for change at Atal Incubations and Niti Aayog Initiative, and also she's a mentor at T-Hub. Rumana ji, please welcome back to Covey again and again. Please take your seat. Thank you. A few words about Aditi. Aditi is our Covey member. Dr. Aditi Malik is a chemical engineer and a PhD from IIT Kharagpur, and she has a decade of expertise in sustainable water treatment, ultrasound and cavitation technology, nanobubble technology. So she will talk more about her initiatives. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Very good afternoon to all. And thank you to Kavi for giving me this opportunity to speak over here. So I am Aditi, and I am the founder of Presinos Tech Innovations. Now the term Presinos might be little unfamiliar to many of you. It is basically a Greek word, and which means green or sustainable. So we are a Hyderabad-based startup working on clean technology and sustainable development, majorly in the field of wastewater treatment, clean water management, and bioenergy sector. So I am a chemical engineer, and my journey has always been driven by the passion of science, sustainability, and innovation. Now, while talking about the research and all, what in our company we are more into environmental solution and technology. So we have several flagship products. Like one of our product I would like to mention, the name of the product is Swan Cave. The name is given because it floats on the water bodies like a swan. So it is one of our patented technology, and it takes care of the water body restoration, maintain their water quality, prevent the harmful algal growth and all. Also, we are pioneering in nanobubble technology, which has multiple areas of applications like sewage treatment plant, effluent treatment plant. It's an advanced aeration and disinfection system. Also, we are working on ozone system for disinfection, giving the membrane technology-based products and all. We are the OEM, and not only the technology development, but also we are giving consultancy-based services. Now, talking about the challenges, I would like to mention one point that I'd like to highlight here, the significant gap that lies between the research and the real scale implementation. I myself am from the research background, and what I have felt that this gap should be overcome on a serious note. So, any idea from the theoretical background, innovative ideas generate, but translating the same idea into practical and implementable solution often becomes a long and challenging process. In our earlier days, we also have faced a lot of such challenges while we tried to materialize our innovative ideas into practical solutions, but we did not give up. We have a great team also, and we kept on trying. We interacted with many researchers, different professors, industrial personnel, took their opinion, did lot of rigorous testing, changed our designs, and finally we could come up with several commercial models which are right now already implemented in several industries all over the India. With municipal corporations also we are working for their natural water body restoration. So these are the small steps or the milestones that have helped our growth or shaped our growth. Now here, since all of you are present, I have two major asks from all of you. That is, one is collaboration and partnership. So if any of you are already in the field of research, technology development or industries, majorly in the area of environmental challenges, mitigation and all, so I would love to explore the potential partnership, because I believe there is a lot of untapped potential hidden while we come up together with the combined solutions, because not a single technology, but if we can integrate multiple technologies, then only we can come up with a more sustainable approach to any environmental challenges. And the second ask will be to help for scaling our impact. So if you can connect us with some network or the decision makers through their advocacy, we can join hands so that we can bring a more tangible solution for a sustainable future. Thank you.
Thank you. That's wonderful. You not only explained your business, but also opened up doors for many more initiatives. That's great, Aditi. Yeah, so before we go on to the panel discussion and ask questions, I would like to introduce our guests at the panel. So first, I would like to go with Dr. Madhuchandrika Chattopadhyay. She is the head of the Green Energy Center and is in charge of Water Recycling Center at EPTRI, which stands for Environment Protection Training and Research Institute. It's an autonomous institute of Government of Telangana. And she has 17 years of expertise in renewable energy, environmental sustainability, and waste management. And she is an excellent person for advocacy, administration, research, innovation, and skill development within these fields. And that's where we connect with you, madam, for your skill development initiatives. She is a recognized expert in renewable technologies, and she has authored numerous research papers and articles in national and international journals. And she spent 14 years as a woman entrepreneur leading the Chandradeep Solar Research Institute, and making significant contributions to solar, wind, biomass energy technologies advancements. Dr. Chattopadhyay's work has had a lasting impact on both renewable energy industry and the environment, positioning her as a key figure in promoting sustainable practices and technological innovations. That's really wonderful to have you here, madam, for the topic on sustainable technologies. Thank you. And then I would go to the next speaker. As I said, he's Mr. Suresh. He's a solar hero. That's what he is known for. And I have seen a couple of your videos, sir. I'm very, very thrilled to see them and connect. He is a postgraduate in management from IIM Ahmedabad, and he's an engineering graduate from IIT Madras. Oh, he has about 50 years of experience in textile and real estate industries, and his entrepreneurial journey starts with Sachs Ancillaries. He was manufacturing auto electrical components, wiring harness, supplying OEM to Japanese collaborated two-wheelers, and he also had Computer Access Private Limited, a telecommunication industry, a man with a wide variety of industry exposure. He is a chairman at Gaura Leasing and Finance. So on finance side also he has a great hold. So not only the product and innovation, he is good at finance too. And he's a committee member at Kuppuswamy Sastry Research Institute, a Sanskrit research body. Wow. So he's a visiting faculty and at teaching management subjects, and he's given 2 TEDx talks. And is passionately involved in green initiatives such as rainwater harvesting, rooftop solar, biogas, terrace, kitchen garden, hydroponics, air-to-water machine, and dry waste management. And he's developed prototypes of solar car and solar scooters. And he's just 80 years young. So you are really, really into many things. So very happy to have you here. It's a pride moment for us to have you here. Yeah, yes. Thanks to Umaji, who has introduced us to him. And then now we come to Dr. Romana Sinha Sehgal. She is a founder and CEO of Serendipity. She drives innovation, sustainability, and social impact. She is an engineer and a leader in IT industry with an experience at Fortune 500 companies like Oracle and ADP. She is presently a mentor at T-Hub, Niti Aayog Mentor of Change, and she is with IIMK Fostering Entrepreneurship. She is a recipient of top awards including Karmavir Chakra Platinum, which is given by Congo and United Nations, and Nelson Mandela World Humanitarian Award and Social Entrepreneur of the Year 2023. And then she's a TEDx speaker and world record holder advocating for health, education, and the arts. She is a champion for cancer awareness, menstrual hygiene, women's empowerment and child rights, sustainability advocate, integrating eco-friendly practices with social impact, a true architect of change, advancing global humanitarian efforts and inspiring equity. And she's been our COVE member for a very long time, and I know her beautiful creations which came from a lot of waste material. She used to create beautiful pieces, and she's our beauty with brains. Welcome to this session, Rumana ji. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I would now begin my questions. First, I would start with the young man here. So, sir, we believe that sustainability is something which everybody needs to have awareness of, and everybody needs to practice. So, everybody needs to practice, but more so from an industry standpoint, because ultimately industries provide produce lot of waste or whatever, scrap, whatever you call it, but lot of this residue we produce. So if this can be not so polluting, not so bad to the industry, it will be good. So what are those kind of initiatives which you say from a common man to an industry which we can adapt in our day-to-day lives, at the same time focusing more on business opportunities also, if you can share?
That's a complex question Josna has raised. But today all of us are talking about climate change, global warming, but only talking doesn't give you any results. You've got to take action. And I am one who is a solution finder, and I've done all these things in my house, and I've demonstrated that a common man can do all these things. Honestly, all these practices were available in the country earlier. I have not discovered anything, no invention, no innovation, nothing. I'm just trying to revive the practices. I feel a common man has a very significant role to play, not only industries. What I've done is very simple, no rocket science. One can afford it, it's economically viable, technologically feasible. Today it's available. For example, I installed solar 15 years ago. At that time, people did not know what is solar. I faced problems, components were not available, vendor was not available. But then I found a solution. I'm again the first house in Chennai, maybe in India. I started this net metering. I generate electricity, feed it to government. That's known as net metering scheme. Today it has become a little common, but 7-8 years ago it was not so. I also combine waste management along with renewable energy. I do lots of work. I got a biogas plant. From kitchen waste I produce cooking gas. I use that cooking gas to produce electricity. I connect it to diesel generator and produce electricity. So you can produce electricity in any corner of the country, small towns, villages, tier 2, tier 3. In this context, I see a lot of potential, especially for women entrepreneurs. If you take rooftop solar, a new scheme has now come, Prime Minister's Suryaghar Yojana. Not many people are aware of it. In fact, there are several myths and misconceptions. People think it's very expensive, we cannot do it. It's not like that. Women entrepreneurs can be trained. I'm willing to train them free of cost. You get to know what it is, start marketing this. There are vendors available, so you don't have to reinvent a wheel. They will do it for you. You do the marketing, they will do it for you. Huge potential is there. But when I say huge potential, people are not going to line up. You have got to do your work. So in renewable energy, rooftop solar plants, there's a very, very, very good scope. Then waste management, biogas. You install biogas plants to produce cooking gas. Again, now of course, houses are getting converted into flats. We have developed a smaller model which you can install it in the flats also. Here this is conversion of waste into cooking gas. Again, there's a good potential for women entrepreneurs to take it up. Women entrepreneurs do only marketing. There are sources available, there are vendors available. They are looking for orders. You book the orders, pass it on to them, you enter into commercial arrangement. Either you buy it and sell it, add your margin, or they will sell it, you take a commission. All this, there are only arithmetics, but there is a good potential. Similarly, water management is a big problem. Chennai is supposed to be water deficient. Last 40 years, I installed rainwater harvesting 40 years ago. I have never bought a single bottle of water or a single tanker of water. You can save rainwater, filter, store it and reuse it. All these concepts are available. You please understand these concepts, start marketing it. There's a huge scope available. You should. Now we are talking about e-mobility. I was going to talk e-mobility. Lots of electrical scooters are coming. Electrical scooters are really partial solution for pollution. You still need to charge the battery. You have to plug it in. You are using fossil fuels. Therefore, I developed a solar scooter. Put a panel on top of the scooter, park it in the sun for 3 hours, battery gets charged, start driving it. This is a good scope. As a women entrepreneur, you get to know about this, start marketing it. There are people who will make it and give it to you. Like that, now anything you touch, green energy, e-mobility, renewable energy, waste management, water treatment. I'm not talking about large projects. I'm not at all interested in the large project. I'm interested in the smaller projects. Couple of other ideas. Now, cigarette butts. People smoke cigarette and throw it away. That cigarette butts are non-biodegradable, but that is a cellulose acetate. I made pellets out of cigarette butts. Pellet is black gold. You can use it for cooking, use it in the boilers. This is waste to wealth. Tetra packs, you drink the soft drink, throw the Tetra packs away. We are converting Tetra packs into furniture. Collect the furniture. There's one company in Bombay, one in Ahmedabad. They make a sheet like a plywood and they make furniture out of that. Again, there's a scope for women entrepreneurship completely. Small projects. I'm not talking $1 million project at all, no. All these things can be understood by the women. It doesn't need high education or something like that. Only commonsensical approach. Start marketing this. Convince customers, individuals, and start doing it. There's a huge potential available completely. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Really wonderful ideas and initiatives you have taken and you have given us also. Now, ma'am, you are with the government initiatives, and so how do you see this whole buzzword of sustainability? So, because 20 years back when we started business, all we knew was business start karo and product becho. But now we are also kind of like, made more and more aware of like, it's not just all about making a product, make it in a more sustainable way. So how do you see these policies or things implemented from the government's initiatives? So you can talk about the policies that are coming up and and also some kind of incentives that we'll get because we are doing these things. Is there any such thing? I would like to understand.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me at first, Kowe. So, sustainability for the entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs. So, this is my first employment. Actually, I'm a first employment in an organization. I was also a woman entrepreneur like you, at least 2.5 years ago. As Sir said that 15 years ago, there was no solar. There is no word like solar entrepreneurship. But I could proudly say I was the first solar woman entrepreneur in India 16 years ago. After my master's degree from Jadavpur University in renewable energy. So I was the only woman in the class who was there for the master's degree in renewable energy. So that time everybody were into the different sectors, but by the call of the former president, APJ Abdul Kalam, that time he was the president of India, on his call, I entered into the renewable energy. And after my MTech, in campus interviews, all my batchmates got jobs into CTS, TCS. But I was very much firm that I will become an entrepreneur in solar. So even my family also discouraged that we are not from the entrepreneurship background. We don't know how it runs. We are all government employees. So how can you run this thing without any knowledge? But I did it successfully for 14 years till COVID. So I was the first woman entrepreneur in solar, wind, and biomass. I used to manufacture with a small team. The solar lanterns, solar home light systems, solar street lights. When my worker was absent to install a solar street light, I used to climb and install a solar street light. That time I was the first person to design a rooftop solar power plant in West Bengal, 16 years ago. So I proved my family wrong that I can run. But of course, one thing I should certainly acknowledge here, not without the support of my husband. It's a huge, tremendous support from him because I'm a Telugu. I'm a native of Telangana, but married to Bengali. So I did not know the language to speak to the labor of my company that time. But I could do it for 14 years successfully with a turnover of 10 lakhs per month. Just our market was Sundarban, I think you know Sundarban. So the villages, the rural areas, they used to pick up like anything. We had an R&D team to do all these things. So due to COVID and all these things, and the present organization where I'm working for the government of Telangana is the Environment Protection Training and Research Institute. They did not have the energy department. Mostly they work on environment-related activities. So the then principal secretary of the organization wanted me to come on board and develop the energy center for their organization. This is how I got into the employment actually. So, but still at heart I'm an entrepreneur more than an employee. As an entrepreneur, I see that we don't walk, we run actually. We put our hands, fingers, legs in everything from wherever we get. It's not like that we maintain a particular file or all these things. Everything. If I'm investing my time, my energy, my knowledge into this thing, the return on investment should be there. It's not that that work is done and work is done. No. The return on investment should be high. Still, I feel being an employee at the government organization, still I feel that should be there. So I take accountability and responsibility at a very higher, utmost sincerity to gain something revenue for my organization, even though it is government, nothing like that, profit or anything. But still, I feel like that. So as a woman entrepreneur, what if even just an entrepreneur woman, support from the family is the most important. Single-handedly, maybe 10%, 20% are very successful, but it is a tremendous pressure on mental. And patience, of course. Patience is the first and buzzing word, I say that. In case of what Sir has said, that in a small way you can integrate renewable energy technologies into your businesses. Like first assess the energy needs of your organization, your company. Then you can say that where you are this solar energy. Because I say solar energy because we all have many renewable energy technologies like solar, wind, biomass. I don't talk about green hydrogen, all these things, because those are very bigger areas. Still, solar is much popular than other renewable energy technologies because it is modular in character. Suppose your requirement at your home is 2 kilowatt system. 2 kilowatt, enough energy is enough to run your home. So you can modularize, means you can customize it. If instead of investing for 2 kilowatt at a time, you can divide it into 4 parts or 2 parts. 1 kilowatt now, after 6 months, when you have another some amount of money, 1 kilowatt later. This is how the solar has become popular, not other renewable technologies. Like in case of wind, you cannot bring and put it in your organization a wind turbine. In the middle of your organization, you can put it. So first, assess your energy needs, then integrate the solar. And I'm also, I just correct here, I'm not the in charge of water recycling center. I'm the in charge of waste recycling center of my organization. So whatever the waste we generate, generally plastic is banned in my organization. Whatever the waste we generate, like in office material, sometimes we don't want plastic, but some papers and all this packed in plastic and comes here. So I look after that waste recycling facilities in my organization. The paper, plastic, whatever is generated in our organization, we convert them into the plastic bricks or plastic ash just to make it as a small road type for the pilot project to study how the percolation happens in the water, if the water absorbs or not. Then some small kind of garden stools with the plastic ash. So these are all taken by us. So in a small, if you include circular economy principles in your organization, it adds value to your organization. It shows, it's an extra credit to your organization that you are a supporter of eco-friendly. And for your consumer also, you can force that, see, we use eco-friendly, biodegradable, recyclable materials. Maybe initial investment is high, but it adds value. In that case also, you can get, as a environment awareness company, you can get some kind of low interest loans, grants, as you are aware of the environmental sustainability, you are practicing the sustainability initiatives. This is how you get it. And when it comes to Telangana, just Clean Energy Policy is released in January 2025 by the Chief Minister. So in that, for women entrepreneurs, whatever you are investing, the SGST is reimbursed totally. So that, for a rooftop. And for self-help groups also, we are forcing, we are also part of that program, we are forcing 500 kilowatt to 2 megawatt plants with the help of self-help groups, mostly women. So as a head of the Green Energy Center, my work is to train these self-help groups to maintain, troubleshoot these solar plants, and also to give training to them that how it can be installed if any problem comes. So these are the things which you can do for your organization. And energy conservation is one most important. You should train your employees, your staff with the energy conservation initiatives. And also with the, as I said, circular economy is also one of the most important. So all these things adds value, and your investment will be less and profit will be high. And also you can add value like that, sustainable, you are practicing the sustainability in your organization. Thank you.
Great, ma'am. Lot of initiatives, both as an entrepreneur and also into the policy form. That's very interesting combination, in fact, because you understand the troubles of an entrepreneur and then you come back and then make policies and look at the systems. That's a very great combo. Now coming to Romana. So you are also an entrepreneur by yourself, and you're also mentoring many people, many startups at T-Hub and also in the Atal Incubation, as I understand. So, as I said, when we started our initiatives about 25 years back, it was not so much of awareness about all these aspects of sustainability. Chal raha hai to chalne do type. But today, how do you see, like, when you're mentoring, when you're talking to the young generation, how much is the awareness within them, or what kind of practices these incubators are creating? People like you all creating for sustainability, or at the same time, we also talk about a lot of green initiative, like basically green initiatives and all. So how much of awareness is there in the entrepreneurs who are coming up in the next gen, and what kind of work you people as mentors are also taking up? If you can enlighten us on that, it'll be great.
Thank you, Jyotsna. Namaskar and a very good afternoon to you all. I'm sure it's a post-lunch session, so I'm going to liven it up only on using one of the key points which our Honorable Governor mentioned. He used the word we. And one very important element of we is the student community, right? And there were about 200 plus students today that we saw on this platform who were engaging with some of the senior leaders across industry. So for me, how I define sustainability is more so like a covenant, which is defining the legacy for tomorrow. And the legacy for tomorrow lies in the bhavishya, which is the student engagement. In the capacity of several roles that I have been in, and it's been almost 3 decades in the industry, through IT, ITES, manufacturing and entrepreneurship, I see a great intervention, especially in the young minds, and that engagement, comes out in a very powerful way with the mentoring element, right? So, one initiative that I would like to highlight as to how we mentors are working in the area of sustainability to cause and curiosity and ideation build in that segment is one of the recent initiatives, which is called the ISF Junicorns. ISF is a master body which was founded by former Chief Secretary of AP and Telangana, Shri J.H. Avrisa. So under his visionary leadership, what we did is I had the opportunity to lead and ideate and create that entire vertical. ISF Junicorns was a platform which, in fact, coincidentally, it was launched here, very much here at SKI, which brought together the student community to engage on solving problems on the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals through the format of innovative projects. So what we did is we segmented under 4 key themes. We gave them these problem statements based on 4 key themes. One was environmental conservation, renewable energy, climate resilience, and inclusivity and innovation. When we did that, we had thousands and thousands of applications from the students, especially the school students I'm talking about. We sat together as mentors and we filtered out some amazing innovations which came out based on the problem statements. So one angle of looking at it is getting them to be a part of the larger level interventions which is happening in the community, in the industry, with the government, with the startups, with the business leaders and the visionaries. recent initiative which was done at T-Hub, which was piloted under the guidance of the CEO, Mr. Sujit Jagirdar, was a program called as Sustainability Dialogues. Now, this was done on 22nd and 23rd, very recently, which was more again like a transformative movement. Why I call it as a transformative movement? Because sustainability became the core for actually driving economic progress, policy transformation, and technological intervention, having the academia, the industry leaders, policymakers, and startups engage in a debate format based on 8 critical SDGs from the UN. Sadly, why did we take these particular 8 SDGs is, very recently the UN to 2024 report says India is 109 among 166 nations on the UN SDG progress, right? And if we were to even achieve the 2030 goals that we have set for ourselves without even having the young generation, the future of our country and all the countries across the world, be even aware of what the basic sustainability quantum is. So I saw a huge gap there. So we thought of doing this particular module. And one of the very, very finest initiatives done by the Government of India under Niti Aayog Atal Innovation Mission is the ATL labs. I'm sure most of you know what ATL tinkering labs are. Currently, we have got 10,000 labs set up across the country, and these are being run by the ATL school in charges. And what happens there in this ATL labs is there's scientific research, there's ideation, and that leads to developing projects and prototypes, all under the supreme umbrella of sustainability. Why are we planning to expand it? As you know, that the recent budget, which was presented for 25-26, has been allocated a segment of 400 crores to up the ATL labs in the country to 50,000. So you know where the growth is happening, and you know where the future leaders are. And in fact, I should say the future leaders have already arrived. They're already here. We just need to actually acknowledge their presence. So thank you, Jyotsna, for the question.
That's great. Wonderful to know kind of initiatives and kind of push that's happening towards the sustainability, SCG and all that. It's very great. So now I look at the audience. If you have any questions, want to know more about anything, yeah, I would pass on the mic. I request any of the volunteers sitting here, please take the mic across, please.
Hello. I want to share one interesting experience. One auto rickshaw driver, he built a house outside the city in Chennai. He had no electricity. So he was paying rent in a rented house inside the city. He approached me. I put just a half a kilowatt panel with one small battery, 24 Ah. He could run his lights, TV, fan, and his pump. He shifted to his house, so he stopped paying rent. And I said, now even if the department gives electricity, he said, please don't take it. But he was able to run the house with the solar completely. Very interesting experience.
Great, great, sir.
Namaskaram Andi. Hearty congratulations for all the organizers and the participants. And I'm very proud of you all. And we are organizing Research and Development Center. We have Research and Development Center. In there, we are working for the environment of India. Throughout India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, throughout India. For that, we are developing app, and also it's a purely Section 8 company. Purely Section 8 company. And here, lot of employment opportunities and enough funds. Enough means how much funds you want. For example, thousands of crores, lakhs of crores, or millions of crores, that also we have. So, that's why I am requesting the great dayas to join with us and help us. So we are also working like you. Thank you, sir. I'll come and collect all the ID cards and all, and again I'll come for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jyotsna, for this opportunity. I actually needed to add one thing. We're talking about the Women's International Entrepreneurship Summit that is happening here. We spoke about sustainability. We spoke about, inclusion, and one important intervention I see is sustainability and innovation. How are we driving that, right? So, for the benefit of the delegates who are present here, I would like to share an initiative which is being supported by the IT department of the government of Telangana. I've been working on it and driving it as a part of my organization, Serendipity. We are talking about inclusion, which was one of the core areas of discussion in the open forum at the World Economic Forum, which I was present at. And we're talking about inclusion in education and inclusion in, say, arts, for example. This initiative that we are trying to pioneer out of here with the support of the Honorable IT Minister, Dr. Sridhar Babu, and with the mentoring of Shri Sai Krishna sir, who is the IT advisor. The idea is to extend virtual reality to the visually impaired people. When you're taking the virtual world, we, the supposedly abled, have the opportunity to experience VR. Imagine for the visually impaired, using tactile mobility in the VR world with the support of haptic technology. We will be able to, hopefully, in the very coming time, soon enough, give them a method so that they can experience VR with haptics and experience art. It could be a piece of art, it could be an object, it could be something from the heritage, probably one of the monuments. You will just be able to bring that out and give them and enable the opportunity to the ones who are finally able than us to experience it, touch it in the virtual world. So huge thanks to the government of Telangana, and I'm really, really glad that I'll be doing it as a CEO and founder of my company. And there's extensive research that has started out on it. And I think inclusion is very, very important when you talk about sustainability or innovation, because again, when we speak of we spoke of the student community. When we speak of we need to include everybody else within the country and beyond. Thank you.
Yes, it's very true that we need to include everyone when it comes to this kind of initiatives. Definitely, yes. And have any questions? Just quick, yeah.
Hello all. I'm Aneka. I'm a co-founder of Axol Management Services. And we provide asset management services. And one of the vertical that I lead is I provide NGO services, and I'm an NGO consultant. So one thing I found is there are many grassroots level SHGs. We are from Tamil Nadu. So there are many people who are very much in need of funds. So I have a question for Romana ma'am. How do we access those funding? The ones that NGO Durban is providing, Nidhi Aayog, and as well as CSR initiatives. Is there any link that we can get?
We are definitely looking at a linkage that you're speaking of. Of course, I do see there is a dotted line connect, and there's not a straight line linkage to that. However, with organizations like COWE, Confederation of Women Entrepreneurs of India, where we are seated at, can be a huge intervention point for enabling something like this. Of course, the banking is something which is very much open to everybody, but an organizational Niti Aayog, there is a system wherein you need to apply for it with streamlined, and we will be able to engage with the women entrepreneurs at that level, with the entrepreneurial cell set under Niti.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks. And one last question.
I would like to add here one, hold on. As an individual, implementing the green technologies in SMEs may be difficult. I can suggest here to form a cluster. All the SMEs, women entrepreneurs, can form a cluster and start doing the innovation or manufacturing of the components for the renewable energy technologies. And I feel that COWE should take the initiative and educate the women entrepreneurs to practice this sustainability and to form the cluster and educate the women how to be successful. I heard that an SME organization in Balnagar here has been exporting some components for the submarines for the Norway. So you can imagine. So I request COWE to educate the women entrepreneurs who wants to transition their business into sustainability, to form a cluster and start doing the work.
Great, great, ma'am. If we can really do that post this event, I think we have achieved the major objective of conducting a session like this and form the cluster. We will be seriously looking into it and implementing it very soon, forming a cluster on this kind of initiatives, definitely. Any last one lady there, sir, one the student, young girl. After that, I'll give you Andy. Just 1 second. Yeah.
Good afternoon to all the esteemed speakers. I'm a grade 11 student and I'm the founder of a non-profit organization. It's called Inspire. So it started on September 1st. It usually started as for a competition from University of Sydney. Though we didn't win, we still wanted to continue it. And right now we have 3 government schools under us and we're providing them free education. So me and my team, which is 8 more people, we go to 3 different government schools every Saturday to teach them and create a few fun activities. And it's sad to say that the first time I got to know about SDGs was when I took an extra course on AI and we had to learn about SDGs in class 10. So I wanted to incorporate it in the extra syllabus that I create for the next academic year. So I want to ask this to all of you that which SDGs do you think that I should first incorporate into it? Thank you.
The recent report that I mentioned, sorry, I didn't get your name.
Vidya.
Vidya, the recent report that I mentioned from the UN, you should take a look at that. And it clearly shows that the CSR intervention from the corporates aligned to certain SDGs is at a high level compared to the ones. Quality education, gender equality, inclusion is picked up by anybody and everybody, most of the corporates, but there are certain ones which are absolutely untouched. So you could take a look at which are the ones which are at the peak and which are at the trough. So the ones which are falling on the trough, things like your sustainable cities and communities, probably climate resilience. Climate resilience is different from climate change, by the way, you know. So you could look at things like that. And I'm glad that you brought up a question like that and very much happy that you're already thinking. So like I rightly said, the generation is already working on it.
Thank you so much.
So if you're thinking about SDGs, then from the background of renewable energy, I say SDG 7. So right now, what we are teaching means, as you are saying that how to train. So right now, I'm into the artificial intelligence, into the solar, wind, and EV. And also focusing on the agrivoltaics, agriculture plus energy. Farming plus generation of energy is happening widely in northern part of India. It should come to southern part now. So these are the new technologies which comes under your SDG 7. If you're thinking about the energy conservation and efficiency, so this can be included. Now just designing solar, wind and EV has gone. Now how AI can be utilized into these technologies, so that you can think of. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So we bring an end to this interesting session unless somebody has really a question which is straight a question. If anybody has that, we will take it. Otherwise, we'll wind up this session. Lot of initiatives, lot of brainstorming, and the key takeaway for us is to start a cluster on sustainability products and sustainability things that we as COVE can take up, which we have many partners like CE and BNN, BNI, and we have many other partners who are joining us in these initiatives. So we could form a cluster on that. Lalita Garu is... our president can think of these kind of initiatives, and government also is ready to support us on such initiatives. So wonderful, wonderful having you people here with us and sharing your knowledge. Thank you so much. I now request Lalita Garu and Sandhya Garu, please come on to the dais to give the mementos to the speakers, please.
I would say a very emotional moment for me, especially right now, receiving it especially from Sandhya Garu, Sandhya ma'am. I remember the first time I walked into the COVE office way back in 2011. She was seated at the table in the office in Somajigura. Just walked in and I said, I'm a new entrepreneur and I want to do something. And all that she said is welcome. And that's what it was. So thank you very much. And my humble gratitude to you and to all the founding directors. I see Shailaja ma'am, Uma ma'am, Saudamini ma'am, Suman ma'am. Thank you so much. It has been an incredible journey. To the national president of COVE, Lalita ji, Jyotsna, my colleagues, Nirja, Madhu, everybody, Kalpana, thank you for believing in me and for having me here. It's my august privilege and an honor. Thank you.
The events are not possible without the sponsorship from our many supporters. So we'll now have a video from one of our promoters, supporters.
Kala I is derived from kala meaning art. and I meaning the human eye, symbolizing a refined vision for heritage and design. Founded 2 years ago under 100% female ownership, it is working on its mission to create innovative, heritage inspired, sustainable home textiles and lifestyle accessories. With a small but skilled team of 13 artisans, Kalai specializes in Sanganeri block printing, using hand carved wooden blocks and natural dyes to craft timeless pieces. Every product is made in small batches, ensuring exclusivity, quality, and authenticity. Sustainability is at the core of everything we do. We work exclusively with organic cotton, ensuring that our fabrics are free from toxins, gentle on the skin, and kind to the planet. Our commitment to zero waste production means fabric offcuts are repurposed into accessories. Plastic-free packaging is prioritized, and every step minimizes waste while maximizing impact. In just years, Kalai has supplied designers and brand owners in over 7 countries, helping them build conscious, high-value collections. Whether you need private label manufacturing, white label solutions, or premium corporate gifts, we've got you covered. Connect with us today to create something extraordinary together.